According to the charts, some analysts, myself, and a bunch of the stuff that I'm going to share with you in this video, we are on the verge of one of the biggest bull runs we have ever seen in crypto history. Now, the macro scale is looking kind of crazy. Yeah, I'll admit, we don't know how that's going to go. But in my opinion, I don't think it's going to change much. It may affect the price a little bit, but based on everything else that's going on in this market, how could you not help but be bullish on the long term of Bitcoin and some of the coins that I'm going to share to you within this video? Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host, Jay, and today, first and foremost, I want to say subscribe to the channel, like the video. It helps me out a lot on these algorithms that be hating on everything in crypto. So if we want crypto to pop off, we got to help each other out, hit these buttons and stuff like that. Also, man, the Telegram group is closed right now, but it's going to be opening up really soon. Working on some dope things going on in that group. But the first thing that I want to talk about is this article from Fidelity, which says portfolio should consider 5% Bitcoin allocation. What? Fidelity? Fidelity is saying that people should have 5% of their portfolio in Bitcoin. First they said 1%. Before that they said ain't no way in hell you should even be touching that stuff. So it's crazy to see that these guys are just changing their tune, and I think it's because they probably already bought up as much as they could and they're still buying up, and they've been buying for a long time. I've been speculating about that for a minute. When the price was dumping and everything like that, these guys have been buying all the way for sure. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it, in my opinion. So the next thing I want to talk about, blockchain's 1.7 trillion boost. Wait, what? 1.7 trillion? The market cap right now is not even that 0.7, it's 0.3. So they're talking about $1.7 trillion coming into blockchain. What? And it's all about Ethereum. This whole article is all about Ethereum. As a matter of fact, I will put this article in the description if anybody wants to go over this. But it basically goes over the history of Ethereum, talks about from when it first came out, what happened when it turned into Ethereum Classic with the stake and all that. It goes into the ledger. It's explaining, like, you know, for the average person, kind of what's going on. Tested the limits. It talks about crypto kitties. It talks about how EOS, Stellar, Tezos, and Tron, top 4 cryptocurrencies in the market cap, don't even have as much, like a small percentage of what Ethereum has going on. They talk about Ethereum 2.0, how it was first talked about in 2015. And now they're talking about phase 0 at the end of this year. But you know what? When you're building something revolutionary, it's going to take some time. And in the long run, it's like this thing's going to run decentralized forever. So if it takes 10 years, 20 years to build, like, that's just something that 100 years from now people are just going to talk about. But right now it sucks for us because we're waiting. I'm like 1.7 trillion boost. Okay, is some of that going to come from Fidelity? Hopefully. But there's a lot of bullishness going on in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in general. In the news in general, like, you're starting to see, oh, my chair just broke. It won't stay up. The hell? I need to write it down. Get a new chair. Anyways, yeah, man. So, yeah. Then there's this article right here, Bitcoin have trillions and trillions of reasons to ignore the U.S. election, which I didn't even read it because I was just like, duh. But I just want to say, like, some of these articles and stuff like this is making me real bullish right now. 1.7 trillion. Okay, let me get a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? The next thing that I want to talk about is actually a coin that has been shielded a lot. A lot of big YouTubers like it. A lot of big people in the industry in general, and that is Energy Web token. And right now the price is looking kind of good to me, because when I was first looking at it, it was over here at around actually it was at around $10 or above $10, and I was like, I don't know about getting it up here right now. It had a nice hype run. We'll see how that goes. But right now I'm thinking about maybe starting to scoop up, like I said in the last video, some of these larger cap coins, some of these well-known coins and stuff like that, because as this market starts to get more into bull run status, and you see more and more of these like bigger investors, bigger institutions are going to go for stuff like this when they hear all the news, and when they hear big names and they hear like, oh, what, Shell and Chevron and maybe Tesla, okay, you know what I'm saying? That just like what happened with XRP in the last bull run. They were like, oh, banks, what, big banks, you know, okay, you know, and ain't nothing happened with that. But that's a different story for a different day. Looking at EWT, I'm just hoping that there's a trend change happening right here in this chart. On the daily, you see that it kind of bottomed out right here. We'll see if it has like another double bottom and come up like that, you know, and do something like this maybe. But if it does, I'm trying to pick up anywhere from like in between $7 to $5, and hopefully it gets back up to, you know, all-time highs and even higher than that. I got kind of bullish on it when I saw this, that Dana selects the Energy Web to build a prototype identity registry for Germany's energy market, which I was talking about before in a couple videos ago, that identity registry for anything is going to be big and decentralized anything, because like I said, we're going to need a way to identify with stuff like this. Like this is your energy, yeah, it's decentralized, but you still have to be identified as the owner of this energy, of these energy devices, of that house, of these assets and stuff like that. It's just not going to be pure like, you know, anonymous everything. Like as you can see, what's going on with DeFi right now is you got all these anonymous devs creating these platforms, and people think they're going to make a lot of money, and they get anonymously scammed, and now they're all pissed off at somebody who's anonymous. So be careful with that anonymous things. You know, I never really liked projects that were anonymous. It's like, you know, I lost money on 2 projects, and both of them were some bull crap that I probably knew I was gonna lose money, and the devs were anonymous. So in crypto, all the money that I've actually like just lost is actually always been with anonymous devs. So just do whatever you want with that information as you shill me all these clones of DeFi, Y dot, Y spot, Y pot, you know, swap this, swap that. But you know, Dana has elected Energy Web to construct a digital registry. Big news for Energy Web, which is a coin that has a $229 million market cap. So and it still can be added on some bigger exchanges, and we'll see how many other decentralized exchanges it gets added on in the future, you know, like Balancer and Curve and Uniswap and all that. So I'm definitely keeping my eye on the Energy Web token. Now, another one that I talk about all the time, I haven't talked about it in a while, and people just kind of ignore me, and I'm like, cool, you know, but maybe it's because they think it's centralized or whatever. But DAG right now sitting at a penny, $62 million market cap, circulating supply, not sure what it exactly is, but 100% buy has been going on. But just this project just has so many things going on with it. Tokenization of data, they're forging the path, but the main thing is like their connections, and this right here, the universe, and you got Moby, you got all these different government organizations, and you know, with data alone, it's like nobody produces and transfers, creates as much data as the US government, and in order to do that, they're gonna have to use DAG. So that's what they're working on. In the long run, hopefully they actually follow through with using all the technology and they don't just steal it, because sometimes the government is bullies. So, you know, but it's hypergraph, you know, it's a hypergraph. It's not exactly a blockchain, but still, I'm a fan. Check out DAG. I mean, they just have things going on, and they've been had things going on with that token. Right here, the role of DAG is an instrument for facilitating the transaction. So it's similar to the gas in Ethereum, or like gas on EOS or something like that. So in order to operate on the blockchain, you have to use it. So that's just something to think about with DAG. So at the end of the day, I'm getting real bullish. Show me some coins that I should be bullish about. I'm gonna do a community video soon about some coins that you guys like, and hopefully I like them too. If you don't like DAG, tell me why. If you don't like ewt, tell me why. Let me know, how do you feel about Fidelity? How do you feel about the Brave browser? If you downloaded the Brave browser and you're using it, let me know how you like that thing so far. Let me know how many coins you got. As a matter of fact, put in the comment box if you've been using the Brave browser, how many coins you got from that. And yeah, you know, ask questions, leave them in the comment box. You know, I'm here for y'all. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Till next time, peace out.